Fight 8 is in the Coastal Combat Amateur Lightweight Championship. Introducing first from the red corner, Ryan Bishop.
And here we welcome Ryan Bishop out to the cage. I mean, Ryan Bishop, as far as amateurs go, very experienced. He's a 5-8 in his amateur career, but that doesn't belie the amount of experience that he has got within that. We talk about how much an amateur fighter can level up within their first few fights. Well, he's done that, and he's done that against legitimate opponents in legitimate fights, and he's come out the better for it. He's a journeyman for an AMI. This is a fantastic spot, and I believe this is a spot that he should be fighting in, especially with training partners like David Martinez, fighting at a Gamebred Academy, but with some of his stable with him. I mean, this is a good fight. He's an all-rounder. He's a Grow Strong featherweight champion. He's the IMMAF 2021 Queensland lightweight champion. He's got the experience. He's going to be able to put it all together here tonight. That's the plan. And leave as the Coastal Combat Amateur Champion. He's looking to take Lewis into deep water and into the depths of that experience. It'll be a very, very fun fight if he has anything to say about it.
I love the fact that he's rocking the fight stash as well. Certainly good from November, but I just want to call back to his last lightweight championship belt with Grow Strong. He was in some very, very deep water with that. A very good quality armbar, and he was able to weather that storm and turn it around to get that strap around. But we are now in strap season as well. This is who gets the Coastal Combat Amateur strap. Looking forward to this one.
And introducing his opponent from the blue corner, Lewis, the Prince Shally.
Okay, Jakey, I'm taking over this one. Lewis the Prince Shally, hailing from the Sunshine Coast himself, a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu under Combat Lab. Sorry, a brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu under Combat Lab. Sorry about that, brain fade. Just looking at the Havoc fight where he's wearing at this stage, rocking and supporting his team. Mate, what I really like about Lewis is he is extremely hard to put onto the ground. He has a very, very slippery style, but if you happen to get him on the ground, his submission game is next level. If he is 100% strike rate, if he touches you, you are getting submitted. So also a bit of a journeyman. This is going to be his 7th walk to the cage. He's got an even record, 3 wins, 3 losses, and it just comes down to accepting good quality hard fights, not taking the cream of the crop and the easy fights, always looking for that harder one. So, and you know, Combat Lab brings it in regards to people who know how to have that MMA style jiu-jitsu and grappling, and Lewis is a product of that.
Yeah, and to your point before, this is a fantastically matched fight. This is a fight that almost seemed like it was destined to happen. Whoever takes this one leaves as the amateur champion. And so, when you think about what both guys have gone through, they've taken their licks, they've taken their losses, they've both come back the stronger for it. And it's almost whoever wins, it's not just a moral victory, they're literally going to become a champion, something that I feel both guys deserve, but only one man can take it out.
Yeah, I'd also want to throw it back. So this fight could have happened at any time over the last couple of years. This we see the master coaches of Joel Screpavari up against Ryan Dunstan. And, you know, both these guys fought on the very first Coastal Combat. Coastal Combat 1. So this fight has been on a crash course, and we finally get to see it for the strap.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, fight number 8 is brought to you by Cooper Civil. This is for the Coastal Combat Amateur Lightweight Championship. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 69.7 kilograms. He trains at a Gamebred Academy. He holds 5 wins as an amateur. Put your hands together for Ryan Bishop. And his opponent in the blue corner, he weighed in at 70.2 kilograms. He trains out of Combat Lab Martial Arts. He holds 3 wins as an amateur. Put your hands together for Lewis the Prince Shally.
I'm not sure if you noticed, Jake, when that belt was being round, they were watching each other the whole
Gentlemen,
time.
we've been here before, you know the rules. Make sure you listen to my command at all times, defend yourselves at all times. For the belt, took them up, good luck to you both.
And when the action begins, your referee in charge is Peter Hickmott.
All right, all right, all right. Here we have the main card. The amateur lightweight belt.
It's worth mentioning that this one is 5 3-minute rounds, and those championship rounds can make all the difference.
And both boys straight into it. Just calculating each other, just getting their distancing right. Superman punch there by Louis.
Shally looking to put the double forearms guard up after almost every strike. Bishop a little bit more of the hands down style. Oh, crack for crack. Shally fires it back. And again with that left hook on the open side.
Yeah, you can see that Ryan's throwing that uppercut in there anytime the double forearm goes up.
Shally almost looking uncomfortable in some of these exchanges, but still willing to go. And there's the shot.
He's got his
Very
hand in,
deep.
gone for a walk. And Ryan's looking to spin around. Louis jumping on. Louis got one hook in.
He just took the back like a ghost.
He's using that to transition up to the top.
Oh, beautiful. Snatches up the neck. We roll
Gets
around.
over.
He's still got that grip. Oh, and a knee
Up
to the
red
body.
basket. He's gone again for the takedown, but
I love this work ethic.
Ryan was able to bring his shoulders up by having that underhook, the overhook over.
Yep, so he's working towards that whizzer to try and manipulate where Shally's trying to manipulate him, trying to get his base, trying to get his weight away from his hips so he can drag him down.
Yeah, and anytime that he's able to bring those hips up, he's throwing the knee into the breadbasket just for good measure from Ryan.
Yeah, it's all points.
Nice reversal there.
And look at that head control. They're swapping head control. Bishop able to make the most of his time with the forehead, pushing the spine of Shally away. And the body, of course, follows it. Included in that is the hips.
Yeah, and Ryan's doing a really good job on making Louis go high as well,
Yeah.
which is going to keep his legs closer together. But Lewis is keeping him honest as well.
It's brutal, isn't it? That head control when somebody gets underneath you, they lift you up, gives you access to the hips. Like you said, it brings the legs together.
Oh, he's able to switch it around, and they're going back again. Bit of a carousel.
This is a fun little dance.
Both boys are such good pedigree, obviously with Louis with the brown belt and Ryan with the purple belt, so they've got the grappling skill set, and both gyms really, really good quality wall work, and we're seeing that on full display right now.
These guys could go pro.
Here's the
Easily.
chess match. First, we've got to decide who has that belt around their waist at the end of this fight, mate.
The level's there. The level, like both guys, just how mature they are, like what they're doing in transitions, the way that they're scrambling.
The chess match is on. Both boys are into it right now. Wow, that 3 minutes went so quickly.
It did. It really did. And all of it was action.
I'm going to kick it over to our guest commentator. We've got Bradford Cowie here as well. Mate, you've worn that strap around your waist yourself. How much does it mean to be a Coastal Combat champion? It is now, mate.
Thank you. It's the ultimate. I remember winning my first title. It was just the best feeling. Get that belt put around you. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable moment. And, these guys are going to enjoy it. Whoever comes out a winner.
Yeah, and for those at home, you may not be able to hear the emotion coming through from Bradford. This is how much that Coastal Combat belt means to the Combat Lab boys. They certainly want to bring it home. And obviously, Ryan on the Ryan Bishop is wanting to be the villain on this one and make sure he takes that belt home himself.
Absolutely. He's staring daggers across the cage at Shally. I don't think he's blinked.
Both boys are into it. Here we go, round 2.
Oh. Nice. I'm loving this kicking game from Shally. Keeping Ryan on the outside.
I like how he set it up with a left hook as well. Because the left hook is there when he has it. That right was right down the middle. Not a lot of head movement happening. He's stalking his prey, Ryan is.
The head of Shally's almost always there when Bishop wants to find it.
Yeah, Ryan found a nice right hand himself, right onto Louis.
Bishop now finding his spots. He's almost getting Shally against the cage at will.
Yeah, he's certainly got the striking piece happening, and almost an overcorrection there around trying to sprawl.
And the double underhooks from Ryan Bishop make it so easy to land that knee and turn Shally around. Spinning now, trying to get any sort of relief from this pressure, and he does it with a takedown.
He's got it there. Beautiful, and he's taking his time now. Ryan's doing a bit of hand fighting to try and loosen that grip.
Oh, and Ryan rolls, Shally comes with him. Looking to grab onto a single leg, and he manages to get Shally down.
There.
Exactly, he's got that grip. It's not over yet. Shally gives up on it.
Shally chooses to try and do something else different. Ryan has got that body lock on really tight, driving his head right up against his body of Shally. Ryan's doing a good job lacing his legs over, a la Khabib here.
That's a horrible position, isn't it?
It certainly is. You've got to release one of those legs at least to try and get any type of escape. And Shally's doing a great job here with the double overhooks, which is basically stopping Ryan from any type of significant strikes. So while he's in a dominant position, he's not getting damaged or hurt at this stage. So Lewis has let go of that. He's looking for an escape option now and trying to use that cage to get some space out. But he's in the perfect corner now to try and get something out of that in terms of Joel whispering in his ear.
Yeah, it's difficult to see from your angle at home, but the head control of Bishop is just smothering, just driving. And the shoulders of Shally are just following his own head, and his head is being dictated by the forehead of Bishop. It's horrible. You've got the cage on one side and just bone on the other.
Well, every follicle of that fight stash for Ryan is being
exfoliating,
implanted onto Lewis at the moment.
It's so bad. It's horrible. Just feeling the clock tick away when you're in these positions. It's painful. It's like it just erodes your will.
Yeah, Lewis is doing a great job right now. He's gone in the deep half there and almost got a sweep out of it. So while Ryan was giving him that head pressure, Louis was making him work the whole time. Hence why there was no significant strikes in that encounter.
Yeah, it's a really good point. He's making him earn everything, even though he was not in the dominant position. I mean, Louis Shally is far from out of this fight. Ryan Bishop just really putting it on him, though.
Yeah, both boys are at it. And this is what it comes down to. This is what they're looking for. They're looking for the amateur lightweight Coastal Combat belt. And you called it out before. I love the 5 rounds. This is where we actually see the championship piece here. It's great to see for an amateur fight. Call out to Peter Hickmont, the best ref in Australia. And why wouldn't we have an officiating a fight like this? Coastal Combat 11, are you not entertained? Here we go, round 3.
Bit more aggression from Shally, I like it already. Even though he's shying away from some of these strikes, that pressure is there. He needs to put that pressure on to be able to get counters back, which he can shoot in on the hips.
Yeah, I like some of the entries in...
2 shots up top for Shally, and he gets the entry into the hips. Just almost exactly what we were talking about.
He's gone to a split single. I love how this is working. He goes double, single, double. And now he's basically done it himself. He's getting the hooks in. Ryan's doing everything he can with that left arm to stop that hook coming in place.
It's a risk, isn't it, to give up your back, possibly to get up, but we can see that sometimes it simply pays off.
Yep. And that just come down, so he was booking the leg lace himself and decided to go for the rear naked choke from that sense instead. And as a result, because of not having those hooks in, Ryan was able to get him up over the top and turn a very bad position into an offensive position.
It becomes pick your poison at some point. Getting taken down in MMA, it's never good. You either eat some shots when you're trying to get up, you might get your back taken, either that or you get cooked on the bottom for a round.
And at this stage here, Louis is about to get that half guard, so he's just removed mount, and he's got a half guard back, and he's looking to get that left arm underneath the right arm of Ryan.
Ryan just doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, Ryan is doing a great job. At this stage here, Louis has now got closed guard in place and has locked his legs in place.
He's almost put himself, he's cemented himself in this position.
Yeah, with his head right up against the gutter. This is really a hard position to do anything from, just due to the fact you lose elevation and movement of your hips.
Yeah, he needs to get an angle. He needs to get something that pulls his hips away so that he can become offensive in any facet. If it's a sweep that becomes a scramble, if he can try and throw up a submission. Yeah. Something. The guard needs to be in offensive position.
Especially when you're in the other corner as well. So all the other corner, you can hear them commentating, you can hear them giving their charge some or any type of advice.
That's
and it just eats in that seed of
yeah, they're
of
congratulating
doubt.
him. They're like, good, mate, keep working. It sucks. I hate hearing it.
Yes, yes. So right now, Ryan's doing a great job in regards to basically dominating that position and just wearing down that gas tank. Louis making him work though, so once again there's not significant damage being thrown down here by Ryan. Two good quality grapplers coming at it.
100%. A lot of the maturity you can see in fighters is when their defense is on point. Neither guy ain't able to unload on the other or get away with too much, and a very strong position for Ryan Bishop at the end of the round.
So I just want to call out, that's 2 rounds that Shally has got to Ryan's back. Just probably accelerated the submission before getting that position in place, but he certainly knows that's there. So that's got to be some kind of motivating factor leading into this. Now we go into the championship rounds. Once again, now this is the 3rd round is over, and we don't know who's won this fight yet. So this is where the extra 2 rounds come in play. I know you're a fan of it, Jay. The additional rounds.
Oh, 100%. We're really going to see now that the development in these guys, not just physically. It's not always physical when you have to put more rounds in. It's not just stamina, it's their maturity. It's their ability to take the fight where they want to be, when the other guy's tired, when you're tired. How do you then take the next 2 rounds and turn them into your favor, taking what you can see and using it in these deep rounds, because that's exactly what they feel like.
And this is where we do call out the masterminds. You know, Ryan Dunstan, Joel Shadazari doing all the work of their charges, setting up the game plan for these guys.
An unfortunate slip there from Shally, and he ends up with Ryan Bishop on his back, and immediately he's looking to escape. He's addressing the arms.
He's a very, very tricky person to submit.
Yeah, that hook is almost off. But Shally is just so busy fighting the hands.
Slide off against the cage. Slide your back.
He's done a good job here. And it all comes from releasing that hook to start with. A nice knee in the breadbasket. He's looking for a guillotine to turn
that is
around.
under the neck.
Guillotine.
That guillotine is on, and that's goes up.
Louis Shally, your Coastal Combat lightweight champion with a standing guillotine. Absolutely outstanding. And it come across from being able to clear that hook for a rear naked choke that Ryan had in.
The crowd here is absolutely deafening.
Absolutely outstanding. And what I'd like to call out is the fact that this is where having a good quality coach in the background, you could hear that Louis was listening to Joel the whole time. Joel was very clear the hook, peel him off the back. And in doing so, he was able to reverse him, put him up against the cage, and get a deep submission in play.
Yeah, it was under the chin. It was so deep. Right in front of us, we can see it here. Pulling the head down, breaking the posture, feeding the neck into it. I mean, and look, you could see none of the neck.
And one of the reasons that was happening is he was also pushing his hips into the cage, which was removing any ability for Ryan to be able to escape. But Ryan stuck it out into the very, very last minute. There was nothing else, and he did a great job. A true testament to Ryan as well. Ryan Bishop, great dance partner there. Lewis Shally coming away with the belt.
Yeah.
And here we kick over to Bradford Cowie to make it official.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 50 seconds of round number 4. Declaring your winner by submission due to a guillotine in the blue corner, Lewis the Prince Shally!
And you can just see the emotion in the face of Lewis Shally. I mean, a very, very difficult ride. Like the 2 rounds leading up to this, Ryan Bishop was in a dominant position for 2 of those rounds. It was a very difficult fight for Lewis Shally. He stuck with it. He ended up getting the neck, and sometimes that's all it takes, is for someone with his level of skill to get a hold of your neck, and we have a new champion.
That's 100% rate, mate. If he gets you, like in that submission piece, that's now 4 wins by submission. Lewis is a submission.
He's an
hunter.
ace. Yeah, 100%. As soon as there was a moment for him to get that neck, he was all over it. And the emotion after he got the tap, he went through the ringer to earn this, and it's so well deserved.
Absolutely amazing. And you can hear the emotion from Bradford just talking in the second round around what it means to be a champion.
Okay, I'm here with your winner and new Coastal Combat Amateur Lightweight Champion. Emotional victory. Louis, you worked through some perseverance there in those first 3 rounds. You hung in there, you were under the pump a bit, and you came back and you got the win. Tell me, how do you feel?
I can't even describe it. This moment means so much to me. I thank Ryan Bishop for bringing out the best in me.
Yeah, I know how much work you've been putting in at training, and have you felt that you've carried the weight of the gym and the pressure, and you finally had that release and got the goal?
Our gym is just so diverse, and we have so much talent, and the level that's in the room at our gym just pushes me to get better every day. People like yourself, like Joel. I've been with Joel for the last 11 years. I came in as a skinny teenager, and he's turned me into a champion. I can't thank him enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Lewis the Prince Shally!